What's up, guys? I have a new knife for you today. It's a pass-around knife. It's courtesy of, I believe this came from Slicey Dicey. So appreciate him getting hold of it and passing it around. So pretty nice of him and everybody to do that. So it helps companies, and it helps us YouTube people be able to get new knives, or to look and handle new knives, and also to helps the company to be able to get them more exposure. Oh, I was just seeing if I could get it out by this little area here, which sort of you can. I think you can. See if you can middle finger. Alright, middle finger flicks. This knife is called the Artisan. This is made by Artisan Knives. It is a Chinese brand, D2 steel. Artisan Zumwalt, I believe it's called. It's sort of a larger knife. The blade is about over 3 3/4 inches long. Let's give you an idea of how big it is. It's the Recon one is just a tad bigger. The handle is the same length. The blade is a little bit bigger on the Recon. And let's see what else I can compare it to. Spyderco Delica. So you can see it's a lot bigger than a Delica. Very big, much bigger than a Delica. This knife deploys with a flipper tab, and the action is good. Actually I should say the deployment is good. So you saw I could deploy it with these little fullers here, almost with the thumb. There we go. And then the middle finger flick is ow, hurt. Ripped some skin up there. Wow. I think that's the first time I've been injured middle finger flicking. Anyway, so yeah, the action is good. Or, I'm sorry, the deployment is good. The action, I consider disengaging the lock bar as a part of the action, and that's where I have a problem with this knife. It's very thick liners. They did do a couple mill holes in there, but it's very thick. And normally if you're really thick, you're gonna cut out a little bit of this bar so it's easier to disengage. This is very hard on your thumb, and this much of an area doesn't give you enough leverage to push down on here. So the fact that it's cut out all the way down here, if you try to disengage it down here, it's gonna kill your thumb, because it's closer to the bending area. So the farther you get away from it, the easier it will be. But this is not good to disengage at all, so that's a major flaw. You can see there's a cutout here to make this easier to disengage, and it also has a good area to get for your thumb. This is too blocky. It's not good. Ergos, I thought the ergos were going to be better. There's a lot of handle left over in your hand, and these two fingers don't fit good in here. So either make this smaller or widen it to get both your fingers in here. So I thought the ergos were going to be a plus, but it's not. And then this is kind of like too small to be a finger choil, too big to be a sharpening. I mean, it's too big to be a sharpening choil. So just that kind of thing. I don't really like. It did come off centered. Actually, when it came to me, it was a little bit more centered, but there was lots of blade play. Now I tightened it a little. There's less blade play, but it went off center. Standard deep carry pocket clip. So I wanted to actually talk about, so the disengagement is a major hit that I have on it. I don't really like these logos and stuff they got going on. Somebody said it looks like a swastika. This one, you can kind of get that a little bit. So I mean, there's so much other stuff. Why get even that close to it? I don't know. That's something, another critique that they could improve on. Yeah, I wanted to compare it to some knives. So this is $64.99. I think that's too much for what you're asking for this knife. It's G-10 handles, thick stainless steel, and D2 blade. Okay. Then you have the Firebird, G10 handles, steel liners, not hollowed out. Looks like you got pretty much the same style deep carry clip, D2 blade, $25. So you could get two of these for the amount of, you could get that, or 2.5 actually. If you want to go up about $20 more, you get a D2 blade with carbon fiber and titanium lock side and a deep carry clip. So that's for like $20 more. But for almost $40 less, you can get the same and the same knife. Basically, if you really need a bigger, longer blade, thicker too. So this is a lot thicker. Well, not a lot, but it is thicker. So if you need a thicker, stronger blade, this might be for you. But I wanted to also show you some more options that are competing in this D2 arena, D2 flipper arena. So let me go to the internet now, and I'll go over some other knives that it's competing with, and you can hopefully that will help to make your decision to see if this is right for you. So let me switch to the internet real quick. Alright guys, I'm here. I got the internet pulled up here, and so I wanted to show you another option. This is a different variant of the steel wheel resonant. It's actually aluminum, milled aluminum handle. You can see the design on that handle with a liner lock D2 blade for $59.99. So you got a different option there. Like I said, the Artisan was $64.99. This is $59.99. So that is an option for you. And let's check out the other steel wheels that they have available. Looking for the cut jack here. Okay, here we go. Here you have cut jack. The cut jack mini, $41.99. So again, $20 less for D2 flipper. It won't be on bearings. That one's on bronze washers. Then these ones are M390, so they're going to be a lot more. You got the Intrigue. This blade on the Intrigue is the same size blade of the Artisan. So if you wanted to, and this is 42, so again $20 cheaper. This is a Zytel handle versus G10. So if you didn't really want Zytel, or let's see exactly what they call it. They have it here. FRN. They call it FRN. So if G10's worth that, much more, then go with the Artisan. But the Artisan, let me okay, whoops. Let me get the weight for you. I forgot to weigh it on my scale. So this was the, you know what, it's showing less now. When I searched it online, it was showing 64, but I guess it's 52. So okay, that's actually better then. Yeah, when I had searched it, it said maybe it was at a different place. But this is 5.59 ounces, so $52. So that actually brings it more in line. You know what? Let me see where I got that price from. See, there it is. Oh, I was looking at the carbon fiber version. So the carbon fiber version is $64. Okay. So the very first thing when I first searched this knife, it came up with the $64. So the $52 one actually makes it is a better price. I still think it's more. Like I said, the Firebird is $25 and it's G10 D2. This is $50 something and it's G10 and D2. If you go to the steel wheel, different type of the Intrigue, it's basically the same price in aluminum. If you go with the steel wheel, whatever the one that, let's see where we are at. The steel wheel, not the Modus, but the Intrigue. Oh, I was talking about the Residence at first. Yeah. So the aluminum Residence is $59, so that's right there, the same price. So you got an aluminum handle if you want that. You got a FRN handle that's $10 cheaper. Okay, so it'd be $10 cheaper. This is G10 right here. This might be something that could compete with it. That's cheaper also, and it has G10 if you wanted G10. This has a smaller blade though. So like I said, it's all about if you want the extra blade, if you want the thicker stock, go for it. This it's not really my type of knife. I would rather have something a little lighter, but anyway, it's there for you guys, and this brand is willing to send its knives out and let people review them, so that's a good thing. But it's very hard competition in the Chinese knives nowadays. Steel wheel is really good. So is the Firebird knives. This new one in D2. The 440C ones are okay too. But anyway, that's all I had, and I hope you guys had a good one, and I will see you on the next one.